Police in Minneapolis have removed a candle-lit memorial created by a white nationalist group to honor Australian woman Justine Damond shot dead by a Somali-American officer. Identity Evropa said it made the shrine to Damond after a prosecutor suggested there was not enough evidence to bring charges. The father of an Australian woman shot dead by a police officer in the US has questioned the integrity and completeness of the probe into his daughter's death. A man is claiming he is the one who delivered a gift-wrapped package of horse manure to the home of U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin. Russian election officials have barred the opposition leader Alexei Avila from running in next year's presidential election, prompting him to call for a boycott. Christians in the Iraqi town of Teleskov celebrated their Christmas traditions for the first time in 3 years, since Islamic State militants overran their town and forcibly displaced their community of 12,000. A U.S. Coast Guard helicopter lifted a man off a cargo ship in waters near Alaska after he began to suffer symptoms of appendicitis. A topless activist from the feminist group Femme tries to remove a statue of the baby Jesus from the nativity scene in St. Peter's Square, but is stopped by police. Meghan Markle and British royals greet well-wishers after Christmas church service at Sandringham. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump addressed the American public in a Christmas greeting video. The father of an Australian woman shot dead by a police officer in the US has questioned the integrity and completeness of the probe into his daughter's death. Damond died after being shot in her pajamas by Officer Noah on July the 15th after she called police several times to report a possible sexual assault in an alley behind her Minneapolis home she had shared with her firesight. Officer Noah has not been charged. Identity Evropa is a California-based white nationalist group whose members advocate for a white-only state and chant "You will not replace us" at rallies. It rallied at the White Nationalist March in Charlottesville in August, where a young anti-racism activist, Heather Heyer, was killed after a car drove into protesters. The Damond memorial created on Friday included candles, flowers, a framed portrait of Damond and signs reading "United We Stand." Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Minneapolis police remove at Identity Evropa memorial of Justine Damond, who was killed by a Somali police officer. Minneapolis elites need to get their priorities in check. Pic twitter.com/G6ErkSociety. In a statement on Twitter, the group claimed that a judge had decided not to bring charges, and said, "One